This is the Bellagio. It is a $1.6 billion resort that might be the most iconic on the Strip, even though it's from 1998. Today we're saying if it's worth a stay or if you're just paying for the name and the legacy. We'll be taking you through the collection of pools, the record-breaking chocolate fountains, as well as the botanical gardens to see if this hotel still has it. But if you're new to our channel, we're Mitch and Ella of MitchEllaCo. And after 5 years, 20 countries, and over 150 travel videos, we're going on our biggest adventure yet. Around the world in 80 stays. We're visiting luxury escapes, iconic city hotels, legendary cruise ships, Disney resorts, and the theme parks that go with them. We're showing you the most unforgettable places to stay and what to do nearby. Now, before I take you inside, I want to make sure that you know that this hotel is elegantly enormous, and the list of things that they spent money on is awesome. It's also home to one of the most iconic moments in Vegas, which is the Bellagio fountain show behind me. It's an 8-acre lake, and the fountain itself cost $50 million. It is going strong at nearly 150,000 Google reviews at a 4.7, so they have to be doing something right. But to be honest, there's 30 plus mega resorts that you can choose from in Vegas, so I really want this one to blow us away. Let's take a check inside so you can get first impressions of the $10 million glass sculpture on the ceiling to see if it's gonna earn your business. We are making our way inside, but definitely as you get dropped off with your Ubers, you have to get a picture in between these two statues that picture frame in the Bellagio logo up above. It's a must. Now, in my humble opinion, lobbies are like the heartbeat of a hotel. This one is supposed to be Italian inspired and supposed to be impressive, and it sure is. The first moments of seeing the ceiling can take your breath away, but also the small details of even the inlays in the floor are gorgeous, and the Cartier and Valentino stores behind that greet you. The second you walk in, you know that you're at a 5-star stay. You know you have to take a second for the ceiling. Again, I'm standing underneath it and it just encompasses you in beauty. It is 2,000 different glass flowers, and it was purchased in 1998 when it first opened, obviously, for $10 million. And don't worry, I did the inflation conversion. It's now worth $20 million if they wanted to sell it. But it is spectacular and deserves your attention before you check in, or a good distraction while you maybe wait in line. So the check-in desk is predominant, I would say, because the line is in front of it. You'll notice it as soon as you come in, but there's also these tables behind me. They have mobile check-in. If you download their app, you can do the mobile check-in, which is one option. You can try to check in online with your email. You just need your confirmation number is another option. And then also there's associates that have like tablets that walk around, particularly while you wait in line, to see if they can speed up the process, which is a nice touch. But you can see the line is starting to accumulate. It is about 2:30 in the afternoon, so it's definitely check-in time. So just to share our own experience, when we checked in, we actually tried the mobile. We didn't have our confirmation number. Someone tried to help us while we were waiting in line. Unfortunately, they couldn't take the information correctly, but it went by much faster than you think, even though the line is so long. And also, if you didn't want to wait in line, I forgot to mention another option, which is to have VIP access, maybe get a more expensive room, and then that takes you to your own private check-in desk that is a lot speedier. But overall, the customer service when they greeted us was so energetic and positive and wonderful. And of course, I asked for an upgrade if it would be possible, and they ended up giving us a pool view, which is spectacular. I highly recommend you try that yourself. Well, the name of the game in here is definitely wait your turn. There are so many people, and as you can see, it's almost as good people watching as it is looking at the flowers, because everyone's holding their phone up to get their moment. So many different backdrops. You could probably change outfits a gajillion times in here, but if you come during peak season, like the holidays, they have nearly 30,000 people a day visit here. It is crazy. So make sure you plan accordingly to get your photos. Apparently it's supposed to be Bruno Mars from the placard. A hidden experience in the area is if you go to the garden table, which is behind me, definitely make reservations, but it's a brunch that you can experience in this dome. There's actually a couple people in there right now. It costs about $145 to $175 if depending on what you eat, but it's definitely for the experience. I could see this for more of a bougie bachelorette party down here, but again, you have to plan ahead to make sure that you're able to get in, and it looks so fun. Now, a hidden gem I didn't see on anybody else's video is that is the gardens, and then there's actually a gift shop. If you're looking for any ornate eggs, I would say they have you covered in this tree. Also bedazzled purses. It's your cup of tea, you got it here. And then some really, I bet, expensive tea sets, but if you're in the market for it, this would be the place to get it from. Now, usually as you leave, I would suggest that you go up to the level of the spa and stand right there so you can overlook the gardens. It's a hidden secret, but for some reason there's like walls and construction around the whole thing, so that will not be my tip of the video, but maybe once they open back up, then again, that's the best viewing spot of the gardens that nobody knows about. So like I mentioned, you can't get up to the balcony, but I just got the news from the spa associate in the hallway right across from the flowers is that the spa is closed and it's getting a full renovation and should be reopened in November of 2026. So as you leave the gardens that are right here, to the left, you're gonna wanna make an immediate right and then see the chocolate fountain. Now this is supposed to hold the Guinness Book World Record of largest chocolate fountain, but I think something in Switzerland took the record away, but they still have the placard, so it still counts, right? Here's the placard as proof. They got all the facts here too. They got white, medium, dark, confectionery grade chocolate, over 500 feet of stainless steel piping. The chocolate raises 27 vertical feet from the lowest point of the pump, and it took 2 years in the making of engineers to design it, so it is worth your time. So you can come here for the fountain, obviously, but you could check out the pastries that I have behind me. They're equally works of art, but they will be spendy. It's definitely Vegas. So we're gonna take you around and look at all the different things that they sell here, because your sweet tooth is well taken care of. So a true hotel has its own gift shop with its own merch. This is no different. Obviously, being one of the biggest in the world, there's lots of clothes to choose from that are branded Bellagio, but one of my favorite things I found is a coconut that has its branding on the outside so you can cool off, or the smart waters. So you can either pay for a smart water in your room, the most expensive, come down to the convenience store, grab one down here, or walk through the whole hotel, the mall, across a walkway to get to a CVS. So I learned about this when I went to the spa. The spa was under construction with it enclosed up top so you couldn't see the gardens. And also the fitness center's under construction. They've hidden it in this nook right past the guest elevators. We'll take a look inside and see if it's even worth your time, but they say you should make the most of the resort fee that's like $50 a day and use all the amenities that are complimentary. What's hilarious is I actually walked to CVS and got a banana, and I should have known at the gym, complimentary, and also complimentary water. That's the pro tip, always go to the gym for water. So we finally made it to the token cliche of Vegas, which is the casino. It is enormous in here, but I will say the ceilings are more ornate and lower, so it does feel like you can't see the end in sight. Also, a fun fact of this hotel is that it has a sister property in Shanghai, China, which if you didn't know, we went to Shanghai Disneyland on Christmas Day. You gotta watch that video after this one, but it is a non-gambling hotel, and they're rumored to be opening another location in Dubai in 2028, so we'll see how this turns out. So like I said, the casino is legendarily enormous, on trend with the hotel itself, but whether you're spending $20 or $20,000, they have you covered. They also have this exclusive poker room that is named after Bobby Baldwin called Bobby's Room, and it's the winner of the Poker World Series from 1978. So they have a lot to offer. Obviously, there's so many machines, and I'm on like the quieter side of things. But next up is all the dining options, which the list is enormous. Okay, we have finished our casino tour, and now we're moving on to food. Now, this hotel does not disappoint. It has everything from quick to casual to celebrity-owned, fine dining, and even the buffet. We will show you all. We're making a loop. We're starting out in the lobby right at the beginning, and behind me we have this one, Petrosian. I don't know, but in front of every restaurant or eatery, they have a QR barcode you can scan, and then it shows you the menu. I did it for this one, and they have caviar, gold encrusted tacos, so something tells me it's a little bit more fancy, but let's keep it going. Now we are making a counterclockwise tour around the casino floor.
It matches your outfit.
Oh, really? Well, I wore this for the Botanical Garden area, the flowers, but I've been videoing the whole time and you guys haven't even seen it. Thank you for pointing that out. We have Jasmine behind me. Again, we're making a counterclockwise around the casino to all the restaurants. I don't know that much about this one, except for that it's Cantonese and that you should walk around the exterior of the casino so you can see these exteriors. Next up, we have the Mayfair Supper Club, which is dinner and a show. Not only is this exterior fantabulous, but I'm super excited for this one because we're actually eating here. In 2 nights, we'll have to drop in our full experience at the end of the video, but this one is supposed to be spectacular, and usually we never eat at hotels, so extra special for you guys. We made it in. They actually let us come in and get some footage. This looks spectacular. I hope my outfit can keep up. Welcome to Lago. This is one of my favorite ones because I actually know how to say it. The thing that is super fantastic about this one is it has an outdoor patio, and it's supposedly the best view of the fountains. So if you come here, make sure you wait, get on the list, make a reservation, but make sure you get out on that patio and enjoy the show for the rest of the evening as you eat. So this is Le Cirque, which I hope I'm saying right. I think it's based off of the Cirque du Soleil show, which we will show you shortly, but you can see the fine dining right here, and also the placard that they have outside is actually recent. It is Forbes Travel Guide, one of the finest 5-star restaurants you can experience from 2005, and it's only 2006.
2025. She's
2025.
20 years ago, guys.
That's what I meant. That's what I meant. So to add a little variety to your stay, they have Yellowtail Sushi Spot. There is a huge yellowtail, and we're right on the edge of the shopping center too. So this is kind of a landmark that I use when I'm getting back into the hotel on which way to get back to our room. It looks very moody and very delicious on the inside. We've made it to the buffet, making our rounds. Now this is $45, but it's supposed to be one of the famous ones on the strip. It's good for crab legs and prime rib, but you guys need to try it out yourself if you would pay that. Welcome to the O Theater, which is for Circus Olay, water themed. This is actually the highest grossing show in all of Vegas history with a $2.5 billion gross, I want to say, over it. So it's the most successful of all time. Also, it has 75 performers, and half of them need to be scuba dive certified to check and maintain the stage. It is supposed to be fantastic with a 4.5 out of 4,000 Google reviews, and it's less than $100. I checked for tickets. So you can come here, scan the QR barcode, or maybe when somebody's working here, buy tickets or buy them online. It's the Rue here, and there's even a gift shop. They say that it does about over 90% occupancy consistently, and it makes sense. It's family friendly, and the souvenirs show it. There is lots of shirts, lots of mugs, drinks, and even little kids shirts across the way. And I found the jerseys, of course, like the token Disney jerseys where it has the verbiage across your shoulders, but this one's Cirque du Soleil edition. And we have made it to the luxury shopping mall. Now this has been here since 1998, and this hotel hotel actually redefined Vegas. It took it from less gimmicky shopping to high-end, starting out with Chanel and Gucci from the beginning, and now you can walk through and there's even a Ferrari dealership built in. Now, I will say that if you're going shopping here, it's less about shopping and more about reminding you where you are in the luxury Vegas Strip, in that you just need to walk through here and take your time and look at all the window shopping, at least for me. So just inside all the luxury shopping, you have Carbon Riviera, which is the newest addition to the eating spectrum here, but also there's Prime Steak, which is the fine dining, very high up and recommended for your stay if you're looking to spend more money. So quick run around. We have Louis Vuitton, we have Tiffany & Co in the background, then we have Chanel, and we're moving and grooving. Another food spot owned by a celebrity. We have a Wolfgang Puck Spago, I want to say. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but it looks extra fancy, and this is our first celebrity encounter. So we've made it to the end of the shopping. You can't miss it. It's a big open area, and then you can either make your way to Caesar's Palace, which is walking distance. That's how you know you're in a great centralized spot. With the Bellagio and Caesar's Palace, there's no better. And then also down the steps is a Starbucks if you need a fix. And then if you stay up here and you take the Sky Bridge across the street, there is a bunch of different things to eat. And we had some Chicago pizza last night, as well as a CVS across the street to get that cheaper water bottle instead of going to the souvenir shop. We've left the shopping area. We've left the, high maintenance area and made it to the quick eats. They make you work for it though. This is on the opposite side from the lobby, but we're still making our counterclockwise through the foods. Is this place called? It's called Snacks. Keep it easy. If you are into sports and betting, you're gonna come to Vegas, you're gonna come to the Bellagio, and you're gonna check this out. Now again, we're trying to figure out if this is still worth it, even though this hotel is older, but it is still legendary and iconic. And if you look into the sports area, it is massive, so it kind of fits all your needs, and we're checking the boxes off with all this food. You guys be the judge. So if the shopping area was like a leg or an extension of the hotel, we've made it to our next one, which is the guest elevators. It's right off of the lobby and you make it straight in. It's also as we're making our way to the pool and maybe a couple more eating spots. Behind me we have the Ferrari dealership, and it has so many goodies, but what it honestly reminds me of is when we went to Legoland and there was a Ferrari facility, quote unquote, there. But this is next level, guys. So you gotta walk around, make sure you make the full loops of the hotels you stay in, particularly one of the biggest in the world, and see the Ferrari. Just so you know, this cafe gelato is strategically placed because it is right across the way from the pools, which we're going to show you next, but make sure you grab some gelato and then head outside to the 100+ degree weather. Cabana check-ins, you can pick up your goldfish along the way. I did check out the swimsuit sets and they're running about $100 per item, so $100 for the top, $100 for the bottom, but the hats are my favorite. When in Vegas, you have to buy the right hat. We have tan and tipsy. I'm nicer when I'm tan. Put it on my husband's tab. Which one, guys?
Put it on my husband's tab.
Maybe. We've made it to the poolside and there's a lot less people because it's nearly 6 o'clock. It's time for dinner, but this is the pool cafe called Como, and if you didn't know, the Bellagio is based off of a city on Lake Como, so their theming is completely accurate. So we have 5 different Mediterranean style pools that you can get a calm and relaxing feel. This is not a party pool to enjoy. This is a sit and relax. Pro tip is to come here right before the pool closes and get your pictures with golden hour and no crowds. But overall, I think it's a little expensive to get some chairs because they don't include food, but still the vibe, if you grab one that is included in your stay, highly recommend. Honestly, I did not know that there was a gallery of fine art and it was based in Egypt, but we have found it across from the entrance to the pool. It looks like it's $30 generally, or $27 if you're staying here. So if it piques your interest, pop in there. But it totally makes sense because there's actually a restaurant that I have yet to find that is called Picasso, and they have 20 original Picasso paintings throughout the restaurant. So maybe fine dining, or fine dining mixed with fine art. Makes sense. Now, one thing that surprised me is there's actually a wedding chapel in the building. Vegas, I guess there's supposed to be, but there's over 600 weddings that take place here. That's more than one a day. That is crazy to me. And also, Angelina Jolie got married here, as well as Bruce Willis to Billy Bob Thornton. Didn't last very long.
Snap.
And then Bruce Willis and Demi Moore also got married here. So I don't know, something to walk by too. It's down the convention hallway that goes for forever.
If you want a quick marriage that's over and not very close.
Yeah, not good stats, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we made it back to the room, and I cannot wait to show you because it is so good. But to be honest, this is an enormous hotel, and it is the first time in our channel's history, over like 50 hotel reviews, that I have to break it into 2 days. So we still have the fountain to show you, and the room review, and to find Picasso's restaurant. It's on the to-do list. So we are getting ready for dinner, and we will see you back tomorrow. And we're back 2 days later, guys. It took a while to get back on the horse, but we've made it to the Bellagio fountains that are behind me. Now it is still a beautiful day out. They're not going right at this second, but they do go multiple times throughout the day and night, perfectly synchronized to music. So it's something that you can see just by walking by, taking an Uber. You can't miss it, and it's one of the most photographic things in America, as well as the most iconic thing of the Bellagio, the fountains behind. Last but not least, I had so many facts about it, so many 1,400 nozzles of water shooting in the air, but my funnest one is that they say you can give them $250,000 and actually control the fountains for the day and pick from 200 songs on a playlist, and you control them. But again, it's behind me. I'll drop in some pictures because it's not going right now, but check it out during the day and at night. So Mitch and I like to say that Vegas hotel hallways are like simulations. They just go on forever, but I love the carpeting details in this, the light fixtures you have to take in, along with these chandeliers. Well, they're kind of bright, you can't see them, but we're making our way to the room. It is 8096, and I can't wait for you to see the view. We have made it inside. Now this is a pool view on the 8th floor, and I suggest that you request a room that's closer to the elevators than farther, because those hallways, like you saw, go on forever. But as soon as you make it through the doorway, you're greeted with a full-length mirror, my favorite. Some nice tile details that lead you into the room. That'll be next, but this bathroom is on a whole nother level. Okay, we have to take a moment for this shower. It is spectacular. Not only is it super long, and they strategically put the water, control on this end so that you're not caught in the water when you go to turn it on, but these smell delicious too. Lavender and cedar wood. I recommend using them, and it's just so much room. Even the towels are waiting for you as you exit, and the marble finishings. Oh, okay, we have the glass divider, definitely see-through. We have the dual mirrors. I don't know what Vegas does or how they do it, but these mirrors were made to put on makeup. That's like my biggest pet peeve, when it looks good, but it doesn't deliver when you put on makeup. We have some other Bellagio trinkets, dual sinks, and some storage down below that I tucked all our stuff away. I love the little mat details instead of like one big one or nothing at all. Hand towels, toilet nook, all that good stuff, and then we make it to the room. First things first, we've been here for a couple days, and I definitely put all of our luggage in here and actually hung up dresses, but it is a great closet. It has an iron and an ironing board, lots of hangers, a safe built into the wall, and if you actually wanted to use the proper equipment, a luggage holder. I just put everything on the floor with our shoes. And then, of course, everybody's favorite. Oh, this room though. I love a moment to sit at the tip of the bed or to put your luggage, but let's talk about these headboards. I can't tell if they're painted or if they're metallic or if it's like fur. It is so crazy in the texture, and then it's encompassed in the overhead framing and crown molding, the light that overlooks it so you can read late at night, and the headboard that is So glamorous. Matching lights, lots of controls over here. I love a good button, and these are for the drapes and the curtains to stop and go in the morning. Really easy at night. Then we have like kind of a mirrored surface on top of the nightstand, and a couple drawers to keep whatever, more likely to forget something in there. We got 2 queens just because that's the way the room came, but we definitely kept all our luggage on this one and slept in this one. I will say that it has a B for Bellagio built into the pillows. Nice touch. It's extra fluffy and the bed's very comfortable. We have a seating nook that is quaintly decorated. Love the light fixture, and the orange makes the room pop. We have another fun light fixture, a couple more pictures on the wall, but I can't even wait to show you guys. This is our view. I can't believe this. As well as this is where we have been working and overlooking this the entire time we've stayed in this room. And then last but not least, we have the TV area, which we barely watch. You know, when you're in Vegas, there's so much to do, you're running around. There's a couple magazines, and then the crazy mini fridges that are weighted in Vegas. This one does not disappoint. It is, whoa, so fully stocked. Has so much, you can barely open and close the door, but it does have this personal shelf, which I thought was hilarious because honestly, one water bottle fits in there and nothing else. We have, if you got Desperado, like I mentioned earlier in the video, then you can buy like probably a $20 smart water, but it's a nice feature with the glasses too if you had a special occasion or wanted to make some drinks. And don't forget, we went to the Sphere, and so we definitely caught an apple. How Vegas-esque. I mentioned before, this hotel is enormous. That's why it took us 2 days to come back and do the rest of the review, but there's so many different room types to choose from. I wanna say this is just a standard double queen, but with a pool view. We originally just booked the most basic room, I would say, but I did ask if I could get an upgrade when I was there, and I was nice enough that they gave us the pool view, so definitely always ask your front desk associate and be as kind and nice as possible in general, but especially if you're trying to get a free upgrade. Like I said, there's the fountain views, which is some of the best views of Vegas. The whole entire strip is right there to be looked at. And then there's the spa tower views. So make sure you know what kind of room you're booking, which is associated with the cost you're carrying. So the big question is, does the Bellagio still have it for the money that you spend on it? I wanted to say that I looked at this week to rebook this stay, and it was about $700 a night. That is more on the high end for us, but the value and just the extreme size of the hotel, it's there, but I would say that the prices fluctuate immensely during the weeks, the weekends, big events. So if you're trying to come here for the first time, this is one of the best locations on the strip. Caesar's Palace, which it's like next door neighbors with, and the Bellagio. This would be legendary as a first trip to Vegas. Usually for the rest of us, we work our way up like with the Luxor or, you know, some of the other lower levels and then get to the top. But hey, if you got it, go. Again, it's not that this hotel, the question isn't, is it impressive? It absolutely is. It has so many records, so many things to do just within here that you don't really have to leave. But if you do, it's conveniently located. It's more, does it still have it? And in my eyes, I think it's as traditional Vegas as it comes. Even as we were touring, we've stayed here for 4 days, which generally we only stay at a hotel for like 1 or 2. We ended up eating at the Mayfair Supper Club, which I previously said I was really excited about. That is absolutely the most Vegas thing that I've ever done in Vegas, and I've been like tens of times. It was incredible. The food, the service, the show. If you are into Vegas things, put it on your list, and if you're already staying here, then it's built in. So overall, we loved staying here. We adored the hotel. I wouldn't say there's anything like unique in the room, but when you overlook the pools, you can see it's like an Italian village that you get to walk through. When you walk through the lobby, the just the gardens, as well as the ice sculpture, as well as the chocolate fountain. It's all so unique to this hotel that it's the exterior and the entire experience that engulfs you. So I would say it is a bucket list destination for sure. Just try to get it at the best deal possible. Ooh, and last but not least, we have to tell you where it ranks on our 80 stays around the world, which we're almost 20 in, I want to say. We're moving and grooving, guys. So we had a couple in Vegas. I would say number 1 and 2 are cruise ships. Number 3 is Animal Kingdom. And then you start getting into the Japan Disney territory. I want to say this is number 4. Now, I have not talked with Mitch. He needs to put in a little bit of input in as well. But I would say that just because this is so well known, it's been around for decades and decades, everybody knows the Bellagio fountains, that it should be on your bucket list. Again, try to get it for the best price, but comparatively speaking, this was cheaper on a cheaper day to come here than some of the other hotels, and has so many more free activities, and even wandering around is the activity. So I gotta list it high, and I'll be really interested to see where the next Vegas hotel hits, if Vegas has just got it going on. And speaking of that, we're heading over to the Fontainebleau, which will be a sister property to the Miami Fontainebleau. We loved reviewing that, and apparently so did you guys. So this one will be a treat. It's the newest Vegas resort, and we can't wait to review it as well. So make sure you like and subscribe, see where that one lands on the 80 stays. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.